No, you're not seeing things. We are back here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the only platform where all music and all wrestling is. And this man, I'm excited to see this man because the last time that this man was on here, you're almost a trivia question. I am going to forever remember you, not because you've previously wrestled in my state, but because you were here the day after I had dental surgery. I will never forget that. I always feel like I went to the light that day and I had my tooth extracted and I still have to get that fixed in my right side. And you were the man that was a puncher. I don't think I recovered for that for like 2 weeks, but you certainly made life at least a little easier that day. But I think now that I'm 100%, I'm going to give you 100%, maybe 100% on top of that, but we are very excited because you have a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about some familiar faces. We're going to talk about some places that you may have been where guys are going to be coming to you, and I may even talk about last week's guys, talk about some other names that haven't been on it that are going to be back, plus who knows whatever else. It has been a very busy evening on Sportswire Radio. I have a major announcement in your spot, and I want to give you that introduction. I feel like I really couldn't do the first time you were here because of obvious reasons, but now I can do it, and I want to get this show off here in round 2 in style on Sportswire Radio, the number one, the level radio station where all music and all wrestling matters. So with that, fuck it, I go here on the Sports Report. Number one, Sports Show. He is certainly one of the key cogs of Super Southern Wrestling. His name is simply put the Redneck, the Big Haus! My friend, how are we doing?
Amazing after that.
I feel like I owe you an apology because when you came on here 5 months ago, I know you did the intro, but I just didn't feel it because that was like the worst experience of my life the day before you came on. I almost feel bad for you. I almost feel like I owe you an apology for that appearance. And we had some good talk, good things we mentioned, but I just wasn't 100%, and it took me a while to recover from that. So, I'm glad I could give you back that intro and make it at least worthwhile.
I appreciate that. That was awesome.
Thank you. It's always good to see you, my friend. And I do want to give a special shout out to Cody Maverick, the frat boy, the WVWF King of the Mountain champion, who wanted to say hello. And he was here earlier and wanted to show his support. So I love seeing other wrestlers support other wrestlers. So thank you for that. And the Big Haus, let's get right into it. It's a very busy evening here on Sports Radio. I'll tell you why in a little while. But for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the brightest lights, the biggest stage, the platform that you and SSW have certainly helped build Sports Radio. Talk to me about an Extreme Invasion and a Rumble coming up to decide who's going to get a shot at that SSW Heavyweight Championship 19 days from now.
Oh, man, this show is going to be jam-packed. So we're going to have 7 matches. So it's going to be definitely a full show. But the main event is going to be a Rumble. And we have people from New York. We got people from Tennessee. We got people from Louisiana. We got people from Oklahoma, people that you know. Names that are just trying to get out there and prove themselves. Jack Strong, one of them. We got Matthew DeLuna.
Oh,
Joey Knight. We got some.
He's here in the chat. Joey's here.
We got Eclipse. Man, we got some. We got Lowrider, Mickey Vargas.
Mickey's here. Speaking my language. That's why we get along.
we got a lot of names coming in. Some people coming from what is it? Home.
Yeah, well, you said New York. I knew that reference. You went down there before their home, and they're invading your home. Let's just say coming up.
Oh yeah, a little bit of payback, I guess. But
Yeah, well, you did go down there, and we did show that footage, but a long time ago. Just saying.
I'm excited about this Rumble. I'm
Me
not gonna
too.
lie, we got like 30 people in this Rumble, but it's people that I want to see go at it. I want to see all these people just tear into each other.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. I'm gonna put the poster up here in a few minutes, but to have so many guys from so many different places, that's exciting. I love when I see places just bring out guys that maybe wouldn't get or maybe get an opportunity to wrestle different places or different individuals. I love that. So how exciting is that for you to where we're going to see all these wrestlers from just all over the place?
I'm definitely excited. That's one of the reasons why I created SSW. I want to see Mickey Vargas versus Jack Strong, Lowrider versus Lil Poppy. I want to see Matthew De Luna go against Antonio Rosas. Two big guys just going at it.
Yep. And Matthew De Luna is the HCW hardcore champion. I mean, Joey Knight Jr. may be the brick house, but he's run into a ton of bricks when it comes to him. So, I mean, obviously, I want to get to Joey Knight Jr. later on here, but let's put the poster up because I want to get into that and I want to show because there's some names that I haven't seen in a while, and I am very, very excited. I'm chomping at the bits to talk about them, but this is the poster here coming up, and it's February the 22nd. It is Extreme Invasion from Super Southern Wrestling. It's going to take place 8700 Long Point Road, Unit C. The doors open special 5 o'clock Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Central Standard Time. So $10. And that's why I love wrestling, the Big Horse, because $10. Right? I went out to dinner yesterday in beautiful Bay Ridge, Brooklyn. I spent $60 for dinner. $60. No, that's okay. I can afford it. But for this, $10, you could take the entire family for that and still have some money left over, buy some popcorn, buy your soda, have a great time, and see some of the very best wrestlers out there in our sport. Kids are free. There is no better place I would be rather than the Lone Star State on February the 22nd, an Extreme Invasion. So let's get into it. One of the names, other than you in the poster hours, because you do stand out there most, you're here right now in prime time, but a man that I have a very long-standing history with, a man that I have long been a fan of, and I see him on your poster, and I am talking about the real raw energy, the Endo of Flame. I'm saying the Texas version, and he's going to be there, and that certainly makes me salivate to talk about this show. You got to talk about the real raw energy, D'Angelo LaFlame, and what do you think we'll expect from him here on February the 22nd?
I can expect great things from him. I've seen him firsthand. I've trained with him. And honestly, you're going to be surprised by what you see when you see him come back. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not going to ruin it. But definitely, just you're all going to be shocked. I guarantee you're all going to be shocked.
And then the irony of that is the other guy on the right side was in a promotion with him, which I'll leave that to fill in the blanks, but who has made quite a name for him. You mentioned Tennessee. You mentioned a place in Tennessee that a lot of wrestling fans know. That is Memphis. And we know what Memphis is like. And that guy is the boat, CJ. Another guy that I had on here when he just went to Memphis, and we've seen all the big time WWE wrestlers go through there. And you're talking about guys that have really come a long way. This guy is the definition of that. And you're going to have him here. And you reunite him and D'Angelo LaFlame, and you got to talk to me about having the boat CJ blown here.
Oh, yeah. 100% I'm excited about him.
Me too.
And that one, that's going to be a great match. Not only is he going to be in the Rumble, he's going to get an opportunity to win that Rumble. He's going to be in a tag match with Draco versus Selfish Generation versus Matthew De Luna, Joey Knight versus me and one of my frenemies, Mickey Vargas.
We spoke about that last week on Sportzwire with Joey Knight Jr. the Brick House. And boy, you have your own unique history with Mickey Vargas. And Joey Knight Jr. was saying, well, maybe Mickey Vargas doesn't have any friends. And you may, I guess, technically may or may not be a friend, but you're going to be teaming. And you got plenty of entry. You've wrestled Mickey Vargas, and then you're going to be teaming up, and then you're going to be wrestling Joey Knight Jr., and then there's Matthew De Luna. And boy, ladies ladies and gentlemen. CJ Burns going to be a part of this? And you charge only for $10?
Yes, sir. I've gone to war with this guy several times. New York, Texas, we've done Lucha. And now, man, I needed a partner. I didn't have a partner. And I needed somebody. I'm like, you know what? There's no way they're going to be able to stop a immovable object and a freaking boulder. There ain't no way.
It's like the snow right now in New York City. We really can't move it, figuratively and literally. They have to bring They have to bring snow dragons in, and the snow dragons still can't move the snow. But I mean, you and Mickey Barkus. I mean, Mickey Barkus is a guy that's got millions upon millions of views on Instagram. I mean, his body right now, I mean, literally, I mean, it's as famous as WWE wrestlers right now. And you're going to be teaming up with him and some of those names. And you mentioned Matthew DeLuna. He's the HCW hardcore champion. And, and you're going to be across here. And then there's Joey Knight Jr. And what a match that's going to be.
Oh, yeah. Fatal 4-way tag match with everybody in that match alone is going to be crazy.
And that's not the main event. That itself could be the main event. You realize that itself could be the main event.
Oh, 100%. But I'm telling you, this show, we got more matches to come.
No, that's why you need to. This is why I want to put that Instagram page, because there's a lot of people out there that may or may not have seen Super Southern Wrestling. I know Joey was here last week, and we did talk a little bit about Super Southern Wrestling, but I want to put the Instagram page up because you need to go out there and support Super Southern Wrestling. Let's support those who support us. You know what I said earlier tonight on Sportswire. Let's focus on positivity. Let's focus on supporting those who support us, and that's how we all win. We're all on the same team, so do me a favor. If you're here for the first time, follow Super Southern Wrestling, and you're going to find a lot about what's ahead here with Extreme Invasion, February the 22nd. We're very excited. Hit the follow button for Super Southern Wrestling. You mentioned New York, and yes, Mickey is from New York, and Mickey has been on here many times, but I had noticed that there was an announcement about some guys that certainly have made quite a home in the Empire State here in New York, but apparently they're going to be coming to your home, sir, on February the 22nd, and those two names are guys that I've had on here on this platform, and they certainly made quite a name for themselves in our home, but they're coming to your home, and Mr. J to the A, Matthews, and Luke effing Draven. You got to talk about that, and let's just say I hope for your sake you're going to be defending your home on February the 22nd.
Oh, 100%. I chose great people. I have Luke Draven versus Dax Shepard. That's going to be a great match. That's going to kick off the show. 100% that's going to get everybody hyped. Then we're going to have JTA versus Antonio Rosas versus Lloyd Mata versus Eclipse for the Global Championship.
And you know what? And Jay, listen, JTA, I mean, he is an awesome, daily awesome, and, he is going to be a part of this show, and I always love seeing him out there in the ring, and this is, for these guys, this is their long way to return to the ring. So, in addition to now having to defend their home, they're going to be motivated because this is their return to the ring. In the case of Draven and JTA, they haven't been out there in upwards of 6 months. 6 months they haven't been out there, and they're going to be doing that in your home. That's going to motivate them, I think, even tenfold.
I think they're going to come here. I think they're going to see it's a different kind of wrestling down here in the South. I mean, you can ask Mickey Vargas that.
I have, and I will see him on here before the 22nd. And, that's got to also motivate Mickey, because we know how Mickey came on here and he spoke about how he left and he was going to make a name for himself. And, boy, has he done that. You want to talk about guys that have bet on themselves and then only won? I mean, they hit the jackpot. Mickey Vargas has done that. I mean, just go watch Mickey on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. I'm going to put his link up here in a minute or two. But he's done that. But now, I think, whether maybe it's going to work to your advantage, it seems like you would hope, but this is going to, I think, even motivate Mickey more than anybody, because he's going to have his homemates, you might want to say, because they're going to be here, and he's now not alone anymore. We talked about that with Joey Knight Jr. last week on the show, and seeing Luke F. and Draven, and seeing JTA, JD Awesome, that they're here on Sportswire, that they're going to be now home. That's gonna, I think, only help Mickey Vargas, which in a way, whether you like it or not, in this case you should, is gonna help you on February the 22nd.
Yeah, I'm hoping. I mean, he has every reason not to. It's his boys. He's known them a long time. But
Yep.
then again, at the end of the day, he's SSW.
But you know what? These guys are coming in here, and I mean, or what are you saying? Are they're going to invade?
Oh yeah. Reason why it's an invasion. I got people coming from HCW. I got people coming from home. I got people coming from all over.
Well, I hope you defend this home. I really hope you defend it. I hope you certainly do. And I do want to also put up a few other things that have been announced on the card. And also the Ravage Marcus Ray. I have to talk about him. I have the poster for him. I want to get into that. I mean, you want to talk about some heavy hitters here, boy. I mean, I think I'm more excited about this than the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. I definitely wanted to make sure I had some big hitters in there.
You
And I
got
think
it.
that's what I
You
did.
got the Ravage Marcus Ray. Huge name out there.
I got DeMarcus Rashad. I got LX3. I got Jaw Gold. Like, I got some good names for this show. I'm excited. Lowrider, Lil Poppy, just to name a few.
And there's Luke Draven. There's Luke effing Draven. Boy, I mean, this is a guy. I mean, he's dangerous. He is a dangerous guy. I've had him on this platform. He's one of those guys that doesn't really have to do the talking here. He does it in the ring. I am so fascinated with what he'll do coming up on the 22nd.
Oh, me too. And I've been in the ring with him, so 100%
I
I know
know.
what he can do. I know
Well,
what he can do. And that Rumble is going to be crazy. Because not only do I have to deal with everybody else in that Rumble, I know for a fact that those guys are going to be gunning for me in that Rumble.
Well, yeah, they are, and I tell you what. Before we get into the chat in a little while, and say hello to everybody, hit the follow button for SSW, and if you're out there, maybe may want to show up here. Maybe you want to invade. See if you can hang with some of the very best out there in our sport, and that is Luke F. and Draven. There is JTOJ to the awesome, and a slew of other people. There again, CJ Blaine, a guy that I know very well. A lot of people know. We talked about D'Angelo the film, the Raw Energy. I mean, we talked about Ryan Dave, and Ryan Dave is another guy we spoke about in the past. I mean, there's just a slew of great names, and yes, SSF&W, you better believe it. You best believe it's SFNW, SSF&W. Say that tenfold, and please support them. Just a lot of great stuff ahead. And let me ask you this question, because the winner of this gets a shot at the SSW champion, and I'm going to bring that up in a second. And what do you think about that, and what is going to be in store for whoever wins this Rumble? Talk to me about your thoughts on that, whether it's you or anybody else who wins here.
So whoever wins deserves, because they're going through 30 great competitors.
Absolutely.
Deserves to go against my main champion, 100%. They deserve it. They earned it.
Mr. Flores himself, we're going to get to him in a minute. We're going to absolutely do that.
Definitely deserves to go against them. So I'm going to abide like what I said. Whoever wins this Rumble gets that. But I'm going to try to make sure it's an SSW guy.
Now, okay, well, you may do that, but I'd be curious with CJ Flores, the fractured CJ Flores. A man that's been here in the past. He is the incumbent right now. If you're him in his shoes, what's going through your mind, and who would you want to win the Rumble? Are you thinking about who wins with all these people and all the different competition? I mean, what do you think the incumbent right now, CJ Flores, is thinking right now?
I'll be honest with you. I think he's scared because, again, look at everybody in that Rumble. Everybody, that caliber of people that are in the Rumble. Like anybody, Jack Strong. If Vargas wins, if Lowrider wins, Lil Pop, whoever wins is going to have a freaking war with CJ Flores.
I mean, I don't know if he'd be afraid. You really think he's going to be afraid of who walks out of this? I mean, are you sure about? I had him on here before. He don't seem like a guy to be afraid. Why do you say he'd be afraid?
Because, again, I feel like everybody in this Rumble, most of them he has not been against.
Okay, but they haven't been against him either, though. Don't forget, he's the incumbent for a reason. They're going to have to walk in and deal with him, too, at the same time. Wouldn't you agree with that?
I agree with that. I understand where you're coming from, but they're also going against 29 other people on a high caliber level. I think that if they can get it, through that Rumble, they'll be able to get through anything.
Well, I mean, that's certainly a point to ponder, and I think everybody should certainly join us in supporting SSW. We're going to get to the chat in a few minutes, and if you're out there, please follow the Big Horse also on Instagram, and he is back on Sportzwire Radio. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce here, your voice, figuratively and literally, all music and all wrestling matters. Thank you so much for everybody that is here right now, and like, share, and subscribe. So, okay, so we have this Rumble, and you're in it, and these other names are in it. But I mean, talk to me then, how much would it mean to you personally, the Big Horse, to win that SSW Rumble and get your shot at CJ Flores for the SSW Heavyweight Championship? What would that mean to you to win the Rumble?
Honestly, a lot, because I was this close to winning it the first time until I got screwed over by Ryan Days. And that's one person, like, if he gets in that ring, in that Rumble, he's first one out. Because he cost me that opportunity. I was this close. I had CJ Flores dead to rights.
But you can't be distracted and blindsided by just Ryan Days. You've got 20 other competitors. You can't be completely blindsided to that fact, because sure, you have history with him and you've been thinking about that long and hard, but who knows, and who even knows what entrant you could be? Are you worried about, listen, for all you know, you could be number 1 or number 2 to come out there. Is there a certain number that you want to be, let's say, entering in?
Number 30.
Well, yeah. I mean, obviously, look, they always say the sweet number, right, in Rumbles is like number 26. For whatever reason, they say 26. That's the number. You're in number 26, you've got it. Well, sure, you might want to be number 30, but you certainly don't want to be number 1 and 2. Heck, you don't want you and Ryan Davis to be 1 and 2, and then you got to deal with all these other names. Who knows who could be in this?
You know, I'd love to be number 30, but then again, too, when I think about everything that's going to be in this Rumble, I want to go against them. I want to prove that I can handle myself with all of them.
What about the fact that you got to pull double duty? We talked about the match that you and Mickey are going to be in this fatal 4-way match, and you're going to pull double duty here. That is something that's, listen, it's one thing, right? Especially what you guys do out here in SSW. It's one thing for you guys to wrestle in one match, right? But now you got to pull double duty. You don't know what's going to be first. You know that the main event's going to be the last thing is Rumble. So you got to pull double duty. So talk to me about how that's going to play a factor for you into what you ultimately want to do is to win that SSW Rumble. Talk to me about that.
When I was reaching out for a partner, I needed to find somebody that I know for sure would help me win that match quickly. And then again, I've been to war with this guy. I know what he can do. And then me and him together, we're going to tear it up. So I ain't got to worry about it. I know me and him could get through all those people real quick and not have to put too much effort and be ready for the Rumble.
So you're not concerned about pulling double duty. You're not concerned about what that tag match could pull out of you. We spoke about names, obviously Joey Knight Jr. We spoke about CJ Blam, and you got some tremendous competitors. All of you are outstanding in the ring. You're not worried about what that match may take out of you and what you'll have left going into the main event?
No, if it was anybody else other than Vargas, I would. Honestly.
Well, Vargas, you got history with him. But Vargas does out there in the ring. I would have to agree with you on that.
I've seen what he can do. I've been in it and willing to put his body on the line 24/7, so I am not worried at all.
You know, I got to ask you this question about that match going back, because Joey Knight Jr. had talked about Vargas and, Vargas not having friends. I know you and him are frenemies, but I have to ask this obligatorily. Are you able to trust Mickey Vargas on the 22nd?
I don't know, man. Not fully. If it was anybody else in that match, 100% I know I could trust him because he wants to win. And honestly, maybe I can because he wants to win. But these are his boys. He's wrestled with them. He was part of that roster. Like,
yep,
that's home. So I'm hoping.
Are you worried at all about when you went to their home in the 716 last year? Are you worried about some of your actions may come back to haunt you? Let's say if you see some of these guys in that Rumble?
100%. I know they're going to gun for me. But luckily, there'll be some guys that were up there too that they'll be seeing, so I won't be alone.
No, you won't be. It's fair. And I do want to, if you're out there in the chat, hit the sub button for the Big Horse. We want to support those who support us, and I would like you to hit the sub button for the Big Horse. We love what the guys do in SSW. So many of our friends are a part of SSW, and I want to make sure if you're out there. I got 12 people on YouTube, and the Big Horse has got 4 subs. So what that means is you don't know that the Big Horse has a YouTube channel. So what this means right now is you need to hit that sub button for me when it comes to the Big Horse. And guess what, ladies and gentlemen? It's free. Doesn't cost you anything. And all you have to do is hit that sub button for me. So please support the Big Horse. We'll talk about his YouTube channel. Let's get to the chat. A lot of people want to talk with you. I want to give them that opportunity. And here we go. And yes, there is DB. Maybe you have people that want to see you from the state of West Virginia, Pennsylvania. I want to extend them here. I got Maverick here. I got, obviously, DB Rivera. So if you want to show up to a new company, SSW, Super Southern Wrestling, in the great state of Texas, the Lone Star State. And by the way, if you're in the Northeast right now, you'd rather be in the Lone Star State, but with the weather and everything we deal with here, I mean, you've got, what, 75 and sunny today? What was the weather here today?
Like 70 degrees.
Okay, can I trade places with you? I mean, I would love to do that right now. It was 35 today or 36 in New York City. I'm sure in Pennsylvania and West Virginia, it was like 28. It was like summer-like conditions here. I went to the pet store this evening, and the guy joked. He said, Tom, it almost feels like I can wear my shorts out here. That's how warm it was compared to what we've had. So I would love, and I think some of the people here in this chat, like my friend Maria, anybody else there, will want to trade places with you. But in the meantime, let's get to the chat. I want to give you something. I want to make some more announcements and talk about some other places you're going to be. Zilla is here first. Thank you so much, Zilla, for being here. I appreciate that. There is the one and only Mickey Vargas, and we got to go give Mickey Vargas a big plug. I love Mickey Vargas. I love talking about Mickey Vargas. I love talking about the guys at home, not just because they're from my state, but because they are just awesome in the J to the awesome. And Mickey's got an Instagram page. He's got a lot of followers, so go follow him and you can see why he's got so many views. So there's Mickey. Have to say hello to him, and thank you, Mickey. Hello to the lovely Maria out there. Glad you're tuned in. Thank you for being here. There is Cody Maverick. How you doing, Cody Maverick? Cody Maverick wanted to give a big shout out, and I want to give Cody Maverick a big plug because it is Cody Maverick week here on all Sportswire radio platforms. Maverick is the King of the Mountain champion, the WVWF, and if you're out there, he has a YouTube channel. I'd like to give him a nice little plug, so do me a favor if you have a chance. We're going to put his YouTube page up here very shortly, and there he goes. You are a true, honest promoter. That's from Mickey Vargas. That's if Mickey Vargas is saying that, you must be a true, honest promoter, which is you're getting some praise from your frenemy. It must feel weird for you, huh? It must be a weird night. Are we at the right episode?
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, it's a little weird. I feel like he's buttering me up.
What was the old Aesop's fable where they were buttering you up and they didn't realize that they were cooking you for the meal? This might be that episode. So I hope it's not that. I hope it's not that, but we'll certainly have to find out. So nevertheless, but we'll get to some more comments, and we will do that shortly. Also, yes, hello to Maverick, the King of the Mountain champion, and there he is. You knew he's going to be here. The Brick House, Joey Knight Jr. I'm not going to break out into the Commodores here on you because you are the big horse, but Joey Knight Jr., he did say, though, but we have a show coming up I'm going to promote on the other side of the chat where Joey Knight Jr. said he wasn't Team SSW. He said he was Team HCW. What's your thoughts on that?
I understand where he's coming from, and I respect that. So we have a show coming up, HCW, FTWA versus SSW, and they're going to have a Rumble. And whoever wins that Rumble is going to be the FTWA champion. And they're going to go against my champion.
Well, who knows? I mean, who knows who that could be? But there's Maverick's YouTube channel. He was very kind to be here. So if you'd like to support and hit the sub button for Maverick and give him his condolences. He's a Cincinnati Bengals fan. It's just a joke. It's a joke. We're joking around here on Sportswire. We're having fun, and that's what we like to do. Let's get to some more people here in the chat. Here we go. I can't say. SSW stands for Super Southern Wrestling. Super Southern Wrestling. And there he is, Luke F. Draven. And boy, I'm very, very excited to see what Luke effing Draven has to say and what he does on the 22nd. Very excited to see. He's definitely wanted. He's wanted at that Extreme Invasion.
100%.
There you go. Yeah, you can say that twice. Yes, Mickey effing Vargas, Luke effing Draven. We can say that again. And also, excuse me and who. We'll get to that. Yeah, well, we'll get to that. Please follow SSW on Instagram. We would appreciate that very much. Happy for my man Eclipse, but Haus, are you serious? Me and Matthew Daly, this is a good point. I really want to talk about this because you and Vargas are frenemies, but maybe you have a little bit more of a trust with Mr. Vargas than De Luna and Knight, because Joey Knight Jr. just wrestled Matthew De Luna last month. He just wrestled. In fact, he's wrestled him on multiple occasions and came up short. I mean, so I guess Joey Knight Jr. may be the brick house, but the only thing that Joey Knight Jr. might be throwing up is bricks. Because almost with what his history with Matthew De Luna, I mean, you said dead to rights when it came to come to the fractured CJ Flores. Well, it seems like in this match, you got Joey Knight Jr. dead to rights.
I mean, like I said, it's like an invasion because, again, yeah, he's teaming with De Luna, but again, you have De Luna, Clips, you have Joey Knight Jr., you have Aaron Black all coming down.
It's exciting. So it's exciting. It's very, very.
I think at the end of the day, I got something to worry about with them. So they may not like each other, but I feel like they're gonna have each other's back for this match.
You sure about that? Because De Luna and Knight, they have we're talking about a history that goes back. And you know this. You obviously are in the area. You know these guys. They've had a history for upwards of like 8 months battling each other, back and forth. The establishment, the De Lunas. I mean, they have a history. And, I mean, you think they could put that aside for a match? You really think that?
They're going to have to, and if not, honestly, it only benefits me because then they'll just beat the crap out of each other.
Well, that's true. That's one way to eliminate your opponents. And the South is a different breed, a sink or swim. Yeah, that's a good point. That is a very good point. And Mickey Vargas knows that firsthand. And, Joey's throwing bricks out there right now. It's unlike Joey, though. Joey's always, I gotta fight. It's funny. Joey Knight Jr. last week on Sportswire was saying almost the complete opposite. He was singing the complete opposite tune, and tonight he's whining and to quote Godsmack, he's crying like a fill in the blanks. Yeah, maybe we'll get Godsmack on Sportswire. That'll be a clue for the guest I announced. But yeah, Marcus Wright, that is the name we're going to certainly say. And mind your business, Mickey Vargas. I'm still going to gladly beat you pillar to post. Ooh.
No.
Oh, boy, I tell you what, you're coming here. You're throwing up a lot here tonight on Sportswire. You brought it. You brought it here tonight, and we're not even through the chat. So let's get to some more people here on Sportswire Radio. That Rumble, I tell you what, I am legitimately more excited about this Rumble than the Royal Rumble I just saw. And there we go. And speaking of people, there it is. And you can say that for us, and means I think hello. and Matthew De Luna is the HCW Hardcore Champion, and the Ravaged Marcus Wright is a man that is certainly very accomplished out there. And the way you can find out more about those names is by following Super Southern Wrestling on Instagram. And there is Mr. JTA, and they're creating moments in your own.
For sure, 100%. And definitely looking forward to seeing him in the Rumble.
I gotta be honest. I know we spoke about LaFlame. I know we spoke about CJ Blaine. I know we spoke about Draven, and I know we spoke about obviously the establishment and other guys out there. But the guy that I really feel that I'm most intrigued to see out there, and with his style, is JTA. Because JTA is a guy I love watching him out there in the ring, especially at home, and to see him now here, I think this guy's going to flourish. I really think this is the guy that I would put money on is going to have a really, really impressive showing. I don't know if he's going to steal the entire show, but I really think that this guy, I put my money on him. He's going to really rise to the occasion. I tell you what, I'm telling you, that's how confident I am in this guy. And follow his YouTube channel. He's got a lot of stuff out there. A lot of vlogs. He puts up wrestling content, other things. So support him. He's a good man. He gave me a nice little plug on his 2025 wrap-up. He said being on Sportswire was one of his, highlights of 2025. So do me a favor. I got 23 people between X and YouTube. There's 10 of you on YouTube. Let's hit the sub button for JTA. He's got 649 subs. I want to get him to 650. So let's support those who support us. So do me a favor, hit the sub button for JTA. So let's get to some more comments because we're going to run through a bunch of them here. And yes, hello to Mr. JTA. The winner of that Rumble will be HCW. And it will be someone from the establishment, respectfully, of course. Oh, Joey Knight Jr. He's really going for it tonight. He's really going for it here. So, we'll get to some more comments. Let's do that now. And also follow the incumbent. Follow him on Instagram because he is this SSW champion. And Luke Dragon's got a lot of confidence, understandably so. You are losing. Ryan Davis is the man that cost you that SSW championship. That's who he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, so my condolences for bringing it up. Well, my condolences for that, but let me get to some more comments. Yes, follow the Big Haus on YouTube. Definitely hit the sub button for him. I want everybody to follow him. And if you haven't yet, like I said, he's got 4 subs going into today's episode, and he's now got 8 subs. So you got 4 new subs. This is what I mean. And I have his YouTube link up here once again. So I want to get him to 10 subs because he's got content of names that are going to be a part of SSW and other places. So if you can, please hit the sub button for him. I want to get him to 10 subs. You've supported me. You've gotten me where I am. So do me a favor. Please support this man. Even if he doesn't know he had 8 subs, now he's got 8 subs, and give him 2 more subs. Let's get him to 10. So hit the sub button for him. This is probably the first time you heard of his YouTube channel, and Zillow just gave you a sub. There you go. And 716 in the Big Haus of the Boom. That's got to feel weird for you. You might want to frame this comment and freeze it because it's the only time that you and the 716 are mentioned this way. I'm just saying, making sure you remember this.
It's definitely weird to go from beating the shit out of each other to be a team.
Yeah, well, we'll get used to it for the next, 19 days. So there you go. Well, let's get to some more comments. I got to run through them. Yes, DB Rivera. Thank you, DB Rivera, for being here. And DB Rivera is one half of the EPWA Tag Team Champions out in the great state of West Virginia, the Keystone State. And if you'd like to support DB is here with us. He's got a YouTube channel, and he's 2 subs away from 100. And, maybe DB Rivera one day will find his way to the great state of Texas. You know it is a lot warmer in Texas than it is here. So do me a favor. Go out there and hit the sub button for DB. DB was definitely one of my more exciting guests that hasn't come on Sportzwire in the past. So hit the sub button for him. He's 2 subs away from 100, and you know the drill. Support those who support us, and let's get to some more comments. Yes, follow Mickey on Instagram. That's your same drill. If you're hearing about Mickey for the first time, follow Mickey on his Instagram page. We'll see Mickey on here before the 22nd. Follow Maverick on YouTube, and Hyundai, and well, there you go. In Texas, there you go. Texas. He's the eyeball. I can connect you, sir. This guy. He's exciting. He wrestled the guy, the King Kalora, who wrestled for the ECW World Heavyweight Championship. He wrestled the AWA, the NWA, and he wrestled him. So he's got quite a resume. And there you go, Maverick will kill it down south. I mean, are you taking applications for guys from Pennsylvania, West Virginia? Nah, not included.
Honestly, I have people come from Washington, so you never know.
Okay. Well, you know what? Maybe then they can all get on in the New York, West Virginia, Pennsylvania fight, if that's the thing. So there you go. Let's get to some more comments, and here we go. Follow JTA on YouTube, and the guy that I think we're going to have on in a few weeks is the Real Deal Eclipse. He's the HCW Heavyweight Champion. I mean, you know this man. You want to say something to him? I mean, he's here.
Man, I'm looking forward to you being down here. I'm going to be honest. He's on, if I don't win that Rumble, he's definitely on the top 3 of who has a high chance of winning it.
So you feel like he's one of those guys, if you don't win it, that you'd like to see. That's interesting because you said, though, you want to see whoever wins the Rumble be SSW. But he's not SSW. He's HCW. Why do you say something like that?
I've seen him wrestle. I've been in the ring with him. And I don't know if I want him to win it, but he's in my top 3 to most likely win. He's a great wrestler.
Oh, absolutely. I've had him on, 4 times at this point? No, he's a guy, let me tell you, this is a guy I would pay more than $10 to see in the ring. And that's the great thing about this show, Extreme Invasion. It's only $10. There are guys alone I would pay more than $10 to see. I mean, listen, that's how excited you should be out there to watch this show. So this is definitely a reason why you need to follow SSW on Instagram. If you're out here for the first time hearing about what SSW has to the table, that's how we support those who support us. And there's the SSW Instagram page right there. So you can follow them and find out more information. And let's get to it. Who else do we have out there on the chat? I think I just missed somebody else. Well, there's JTA's YouTube page. Do that. The big Haus, hit the sub button. And also, it's crazy when Haus tried to protect all 30 people by not putting me in that Rumble. What do you say about that?
Man, it is what it is. I can't put 130. Then it gets a little.
Wait a minute. Wasn't there a Royal Rumble a few years ago? They had 40 men Rumble. Remember that years ago? Didn't they have a Royal Rumble? And then the women's Royal Rumble. Didn't they have a women's Royal Rumble with more than 30? I'm pretty sure of it.
Have they done it since then? It's just too.
No, obviously no. They've done it.
True.
So what's your reasoning?
Do what?
What's your reasoning? You could have went to 40 or 35 or 31 or 31. Looking at that.
30 just sounds right. I remember watching that 40-person Rumble. I was like, man, this is so long, but 30 is the perfect number.
Okay, fair enough. And boy, I know he's straight like that, but he just said he guarantees victory.
We'll see.
Well,
not only does he have to compete with everybody else, he has his own guys he has to go against. Is he going to be able to go against Joey Knight?
It's funny you said that because I had talked about that in the past in HCW because Joey is chasing the social media challenge if he beats Chris Preston there. And I had said, Joey Knight Jr., what happens if you and his guy Aaron Black will compete for that? And I think that's an interesting point. And it's funny you also further talked about that because in HCW, the establishment has had quite a rather checkered history with past members and guys not trusting each other. And that's a fascinating point that you just made, sir.
I appreciate that.
You're welcome. You read my mind, and Daniel Tafu, who was here on Sunday show, was reading people's minds, and there you go. SSW in Houston is going to be reminded why we're the true diamonds in the rough of pro wrestling. I think we could agree with that, right? We could take a moment to put our ammo down and say we would agree with that comment that you guys are certainly on your way to being true diamonds in the rough in pro wrestling. I think I would agree with that. Don't you?
I agree.
Okay, I'm glad you do.
Give credit where credit's due.
Okay. We'll take that into consideration. And the establishment will be the final three: rock, paper, scissors for the winner. I don't know about that. Spirit of competition is a Eclipse guaranteed. Aaron Black, Joey Knight Jr. I don't know. It's competition, right?
Yeah, they have to go through everybody else. And again, at the end of the day, who will want to be number one contender?
Time will tell, but I want to do so. I want to share my screen, and I want to give you something, and I hope that this will certainly excite people about the show coming up. So I want to do that. So for those that are listening and watching here in prime time on the Brightest Lights, the biggest stage, I'm very confident about the future of SSW. Why? Because SSW as a company has been inducted into the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. Congratulations. I will give you the physical copy when we're off the air. So that's for everybody out there in the company. So congratulations. I thought that you would, maybe entice you to come back on Sportswire after February 22nd. And also make up for my lackluster performance when I had dental surgery. I thought it was funny, but nevertheless, if you're out there, thank you so much for being here. Best 2 out of 3. Well, I don't think that's going to work in a Rumble, don't you?
Not a chance.
A victory for one of us is a victory for all of us in the establishment. Damn right it is. Well, we'll have to say. Well, you know what? That's why I brought it up last week on the show, and I'm glad that you read my mind. My name is the Reverend Tom Bryce, your voice figuratively in room with all music, all sports, and all wrestling matters here. If you're out there, like, share, and subscribe to us, and we're here for a little while longer coming up. I want to ask you something very quickly about what was your thoughts on Copper Dragon rating one of your matches recently, and also, while some other people that we've talked about, I wanted to put that up on the Twitter. I can't play the whole, his thoughts on it, but I wanted to ask you, and what an honor it was to be reviewed by the one and only Copper Dragon for SSW. Talk to me about that.
That meant a lot. like I said, we've had 2 shows, and one of my main goals is to be one of the top promotions in Texas, and I feel like this is definitely a good start. And
Absolutely.
that
And Costa is a good man. He's a good man. You
that
know.
that was awesome. And again, what there's no better match than that one to start off with. X Vargas establishment.
And we talked about that. Listen, we talked about that last week on the show, and and obviously, you've been in a ring with Mr. X, and I mean, what did you think about what Mr. X did to Vargas? I mean, I hope you're not getting any ideas.
No, not a chance. You can't trust Mr. X. I know that for a fact. I've been in the ring with him too many, many times.
I know that, and obviously, listen. I mean, maybe it's a tainted win for the establishment. I mean, Joey Knight Jr. was talking about that victory and how big a deal it was, but really, I mean, that match, Mickey Vargas was in full control of, and he was about to put that match away, and then all of a sudden, Mr. X, well, he definitely pulled a fast one, figuratively and literally.
Oh yeah, I think if he hadn't done that, could have been another way.
Absolutely. Listen, and who knows with instead of the establishment talking about how they're going to come in here and do what they're going to do, it's a totally different show. I said that with Joey. So, and obviously Copper Dragon rating the match, and obviously check that out on the SSW Instagram page. And I do want to point out that I am a Patreon subscriber to Mr. Dragon. So, I have spoken to Mr. Dragon about you guys, and I love what you guys do out there. So, we hope that everybody joins me in please supporting only Copper Dragon, but SSW. I wanted to ask you a little bit more about in March. We talked a little bit about that with Joey. There's, worlds collide, all worlds collide in the Tri Promotion show. And, talk to me about that here between SSW, HCW, and FTW. I have the post up. Let's spend another few minutes on it.
I'm definitely really looking forward to that show. I'm looking forward to a couple of the next shows, but that one, honestly, I'm looking forward to this Rumble. But that show, that Tri Promotion show, hands down, I'm super excited. We're going to see who the best company is. That's what it boils down to. Who's going to win? My guys versus their guys.
Okay, I'm listening. I want to hear what you have to say. I have a response to that, but I want to hear what you have to say.
I have people going with me like Antonio Rosas. I have Mickey Vargas, Kingpin. I have some surprises coming too, and I have people just in case coming in to support.
One of the things that I wanted to talk to you about was Joey said on here, in this case, he felt like he was going to have an advantage because this is one of the few times, if ever, he's gotten a chance to wrestle at home. Joey's going to have the home field advantage, you might want to say, and that's going to motivate him because he talked about last week how he's going to have family and friends to watch him, arguably for the first time, and he's going to have a big turnout there, and that might give him an upper hand. And, how do you feel about that? And what Joey Knight Jr. had to say, and how he feels coming up here on March 22nd, that he's going to have the advantage due to that.
I think I've proven that I've gone to another promotion way outside of where I live and won. We won pretty much all of it. So I'm not worried at all. Going to do the same thing. He can have his family there. He can have his friends there. But at the end of the day, it don't matter.
Well, I mean, look, we're going to find out. And obviously seeing these 3 promotions, and it's so rare to see 3 companies compete like that. I think that's what, to me, is really exciting about this show, in that you're going to see 3 of the very best promotions in one ring. I mean, we talk all the time, right, about the forbidden wall being broken. We talked about, what WWE has done with Impact Wrestling. AEW did that with Japan during COVID. But it's very rare to see 3 companies simultaneously in one ring. Talk to me about the importance of that. What does that mean to you and as a whole for SSW?
I think it's a great thing. I think we're being taken seriously as one of the top competitors in Texas, which is what I want. I think that I love the wrestlers. I mean, I'm going to give them their flowers. I love the wrestlers from that company. They are great wrestlers. I've been in the ring with a lot of them, and I'm going to be in the ring with more of them coming this Rumble. So I respect everyone from that company. But again, at the end of the day, I'm very grateful, but I want to prove why, we're SSW.
Listen, I think that's a natural thing. Listen, Joey was here, and he talked about the importance of it for HCW, and I think that FTWA is going to say exactly the same thing. So it's well point taken, and the show is going to take place on March 22nd. So spring ahead when worlds collide, when we see SSW, HCW, and the FTWA in the same ring. It is a really, really cool event. I am excited about it. You should be too. And it's going to be one of the premier events, not just in Texas, but in all of wrestling. And the Big Horse has an Instagram page. I would highly recommend you give him a follow to get in touch with him. Maybe you want to find out more about SSW. Maybe you want to find out more about some other things he has to offer. So let's support him. Give him a follow. Support those who support. I know my friend Maria is going to give you a follow. I'm going to give you a follow. So do that. And I also want to put that poster up for what's ahead here on March the 22nd, because that is going to take place in beautiful Texarkana, Arkansas, at One Legion Drive, and you got to be there. Like I said, you forget about the movies, forget about dinner, forget about so many other things you have. Put it all aside, because this is war, this is pride, this is wrestling. When worlds collide, 3 promotions, 1 ring, no limits. SSW, HCW, and FTWI. You're going to see Tsunami, Rally J. You're going to see Joey Knight Jr. You're going to see the SSW gang, plus a whole lot more. 3 p.m. 3 p.m. Central Standard Time, and 2 p.m. Mountain Pacific Standard Time, 4 p.m. Eastern Time. So just go to the SSW Instagram page to find out more. And this is war, this is pride, this is wrestling. It is a tri-promotion showdown, and I'm going to tell you, it's going to be one of the best shows of the year. You need to be there for it. And my hometown is in for a treat. My home, HCW, my second home, SSW, and FTWA are looking to prove themselves as equals. It's going to be fire. Absolutely. Joe's going to be on here before that, I know, with Eclipse. So we're excited about that as well. And looks, he's seen what I've done to Samoans and Cowboys. I just want him to admit he's afraid to put me to his other champion level, because he knows what I'm capable of, and he's afraid of the massacre. What's your thoughts on all this?
He's already in a match. He's going to defend his global championship. And no, he could be in that Rumble, but what happens to every other big man in a Rumble? He's usually the first one eliminated. They go for him. That's what's going to happen. I'm just saving him some time.
Well, listen, time may or may not be on his side, but at the end of the day, you know, you made your decision, but will you regret it?
Only time will tell.
That's a fair point. It's a fair point. And yes, and that's why we're excited about the card. And I want to talk to you about some of this before I get to a few other things and wrap up on the show. To come back to that, I'm excited about something else that you and I were talking about in May, and you're going to be a part of that, and it's going to take place in McAllen, Texas. I have the poster for it. And talk to me about this. Another great opportunity for more wrestlers, and you guys are in SSW, so let's talk about it.
Definitely excited about going down to McAllen, Texas. The whole point of SSW, 1, again, to be one of the top companies in Texas, but 2, I want my guys to go against everybody and everybody. I want them to go against talent from McAllen. I want them to go to talent from Austin, San Antonio. So this is only the beginning. We're going to Texarkana. We're going to McAllen. Hopefully Georgia's next after that. Who knows? Maybe Tennessee. Hell, maybe back up to New York. I would love to see you in New York City. I would love. I don't know if it's possible. I would love to see you guys in New York City. I think that would be like the greatest event ever. I would prefer that over WWE coming to the Garden. Just saying. Never know. Could be in the cards.
Hey, listen, you know, I wouldn't put it past you guys. I mean, you know, I think those are great things with expectations and borderlines. It's going to take place here at the Picado nightclub. That's going to be on May the 20th. Not that far away. I know some of us are in the Northeast and we're down about the weather, but May 23rd, I got news for you. It's not that far from now. Not that far from now at all. So you got less than 120 days from it. We got a lot of shows ahead of us. Listen to the SSW fan. We are packed. And we're going to be talking about that throughout the year. So I highly encourage you to support SSW. I highly encourage you to hit the sub button for the Big Horse. And you can see some of his content with the likes of Mr. X. You're going to see him out there in other places he's been, you know, and against him. Who knows? Certainly Ricky Vargas and some of the guys in home and HCW. So please go out there and support those who support us. And also, if you're out there, please support the other companies that are a part of these shows, HCW, FTWO, and shout out to our friends in Tennessee. So please support them. And also, as a reminder, SSW is in the Sportswire Radio Hall of Fame. So it is a well-deserved accomplishment. And we hope that you guys will take us one off the air. So before I get to closing thoughts, is there anything else you want to plug or promote that we haven't got a chance to?
Honestly, I want to say thank you to everybody that's going to be part of this Rumble. I want to say thank you to everybody that's helping me with SSW get to where it needs to be. And I'm looking forward to these next couple shows. And honestly, like I said, we have a lot of surprises that are going to happen at this show and the rest of the year.
Well, you know what? I am definitely excited about those surprises, and we look forward to talking with them. Hopefully, the certificate we've given you will entice you to come back on. I'm just kidding. I hope you come back on, nevertheless. But I do want to, speaking of surprise, I want to make the announcement here that later this week, we're going to record it in a little while, but everybody remembers the band Evanescence and the song Bring Me to Life, and we have the man that provided the vocals on that track, which is Mr. Paul McCoy from the group. He looks like you a little bit. I want to point out that Paul McCoy, he looks like you a little bit. I'm going to tell him that when I record with him in a little while. But we have on the man Paul McCoy who did the vocals with that song, which is a part of one of the most iconic albums of the 2000s, and it's the 13th highest selling album. The song, I think, of this 17th biggest song of the 2000s, and he won a Grammy for that song. And Paul McCoy is back with 12 Stones. They have a new single that's out. They also have a tour they're coming on to talk about, also with Creed. They're back at the Yes, Creed is back, and they're touring with Creed coming up here in April, so we'll talk about that. So we'll put some details up for that later on. But everybody, I hope you tune into that episode. But most importantly, support our wrestlers, our wrestling company. We wouldn't be here and talking to those biggies if it wasn't for the likes of SSW, the Big Haus, and Home, and Mickey Vargas, and the WWF that came on here earlier. So please hit the sub button for the Big Haus. And you have any final words before February 22nd, that Extreme Invasion for you? First of all, your opponents in that Rumble, and most importantly, who you're going to be facing in that Fatal 4-Way tag team match.
Well, again, hands down, Fatal 4-Way tag match, I'm not worried about it. Me and Mickey Vargas, like I said, he's my friend of me, but at the end of the day, I know for a fact we are going to mess them up. And as for the Rumble, just going to have to watch.
You know what? I can't wait to talk about it. I'm very excited. And I know Joey Knight Jr. will probably put some footage up with it. I'm pretty sure that Joey Knight Jr. will put up some footage of that. I could have put up the footage of you and him out there, but I figured, you know what? I want Joey to come back on Sportswire. So I figured, I would maybe just, stick to promoting SSW. But Joey does have a YouTube channel, and I have to promote Joey because Joey was actually a part of something I own, which is the Promo Wrestling Federation. So I got to go out there and support Joey Knight Jr. So if you are out there, Joey has a YouTube channel. He puts up a lot of wrestling content, and he's close to 2,300 subs. And if you're out there and you haven't been subbed to Joey's channel, please go out there and support Joey. We want to support those who support us. And I don't have an SSW YouTube channel up, Zilla, but I have Joey Knight Jr.'s, and Joey Knight Jr.'s would be the channel where you could see some SSW content. I also have the Instagram page of SSW, so if you have a chance, I also have the Big Horses YouTube channel. You might see some of his stuff, but if you have a chance and you'd like to support SSW-related content, I can give you the SSW Instagram page one more time. So please go out there, follow SSW through there, Zilla, and you can get in touch with the guys and see some more content. So that'd be the best way to get in contact. Also, Joey Knight Jr. Joey will be on here in March, right after the Extreme Invasion. I'm going to pass the baton to you because I think I made up for my first appearance with you after dental surgery. I can safely say that. So, my friend, always a pleasure. I'm going to give you the baton for some closing thoughts and take it away.
Honestly, thank y'all to everybody. I appreciate it. Give me a follow on Instagram, and then I have Twitch coming soon, probably before this show, so y'all can watch live.
You know what? I've noticed some wrestlers do Twitch. I noticed that Dave Jameson, who comes on here pretty often on Sportswire, has a Twitch now. I've noticed that some of the guys in Home that Mickey was a part of have a Twitch page. I am on Twitch, believe it. I don't really promote Twitch because I don't, but I do have a Twitch page. But most importantly, support the Big Horses Instagram page so you can get in touch with him and what else he has in the store. We're going to see him in a couple of places here coming up. First of all, we're going to see him on February the 22nd for SSW's Extreme Invasion. You're also going to see him coming up here on March the 22nd when Worlds Collide. It's a tri-promotion show between SSW, HCW, and the FTWA. And also May 23rd, you're also going to see him as a part of Borderline. So you're going to see him there. So please support. And also don't forget to come see your SSW Global Champion, carve up 3 other competitors and send them back to rat fields that they once came from, and you're on his listening, and you need to, maybe we gotta talk to the global champion on sports. Maybe we gotta talk to the incumbent on here. We know we like to say the incumbent's name, but we have YouTube name that don't match the incumbent's name. But we do want to certainly give the opportunity to the incumbent anytime he wants. And if you're here also at Sportswire, hit the sub button for me, and we'd appreciate that. So you've got some decisions to make inside and outside the ring. I'm going to let you ponder those, but thank you as always. So good to have you back here. So good to have SSW coverage over the past week. I look forward to seeing Mickey on here and some of the others before the 18th and the 22nd. And thank you so much, my friend, and congratulations on the success. And I'll give you this, and we'll see you in a few weeks, I hope.
I appreciate it.
You got it. That is the big Haus. He is the Super Redneck, and he's a part of SSW Super Southern Wrestling of an Extreme Invasion coming up in Houston, Texas, February the 22nd. There's only $10 for a ticket. Kids are free. He'll also be a part of When Worlds Collide, also on March 22nd. That'll be in Texarkana, Arkansas. That is also a part of SSW, FTWA, and HCW. Also see him on May the 23rd. And my name is the Reverend Tom Brights, your voice, figuratively and literally, all music and all sports and all wrestling matters. Thank you so much, everybody, for your support. And we will be back here very soon. And until you are on the number one global world, into the Sportswire Radio with all music and all wrestling. Have a great day, everybody. Support independent.